Am I supposed to hold this the whole time?
Yeah.
Okay, this is interesting.
Ready to do this?
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
How you doing? Today, it's the podcast that has been a year in the making.
Set up.
Yo, this shit is set up, my boy.
Oh, shit.
You didn't notice?
No, not at all, bro.
No, this is the realest shit, bro. So yeah, I got here with me Daekwon Malone. Him and I literally just fought, like, what, 5 days ago?
Just about. Yeah.
And he submitted me subsequently in the first round.
Yeah.
Fuck you, man.
Right.
So yeah, bro. Like, how you doing?
I've been good, bro. Everything's good. Back to training already.
Yeah.
Eating, though. I'm happy to be hydrated. Yeah, other than that, everything's been good. How's everything been with you?
Listen, man. You know, I went camping right after. Just had to get that little release.
Mm-hmm.
Gained like 30 pounds.
Yeah, I've seen you on a journey to get to 200. What's that about?
I just felt like it. Honestly, like I just have like the feeling that I want to just gain weight until Sunday.
I was thinking that. Not gain, but I've been lifting like a lot. Like, I just want to just do something testosterone, you know?
Oh no, exactly. I just want to have size for like a week. Like literally after this, I'm gonna get back to my regular diet and like get back down.
But it feels good after the fight just to slack a little bit.
Oh man, I've been slacking hard. Let me tell you, it's honestly tougher than like people think to eat like really unhealthy.
I was saying it is. It feels like a sin. Like it feels like you're going straight to hell, especially after like eating like eggs and like chicken and shit for like a week, and then out of nowhere it's like you can eat whatever the fuck you want. Really, nobody's gonna tell you anything.
Yeah, literally, dude. I mean, I've been struggling to get down my meals because it's just been so much.
I have no limit on anything right now. Like when I'm hungry, I eat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When I'm bored, I eat.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah, man. And you know what? I think it's bullshit. One thing you told me during your camp, you said your diet is mostly plant-based. That's cap.
Technically, it's like I eat a lot of carbs, like rice and like veggies, so it'll be mostly plants and like starches, but I always get my protein in.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of vegetables. Oh, you know what it is? I drink a lot of juices, like vegetable juices.
Oh, okay.
So it kind of subsides like everything else. So technically, just a little bit.
Oh man. So yeah, what was it? August 27th last year, you and I had our first scrap.
Yep.
And that was a sick fight.
That was an intense fight, yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. So what was like the introduction to me, like in terms of your camp, like because I remember I had a first opponent. I had this kid from Warriors Nation that I was gonna fight, and then I forgot why, but
Pulled out or something like that.
no, I think he got booked like another fight. I don't know what happened. But for some reason, I was booked against you instead on August 27th.
Matchmaking.
And so I low-key thought it was going to be like an easy fight because I was going from this like tank fucking Spanish dude to like, you know, the image that we had was like, oh, it's just this skinny dude.
Yo, you know the funniest shit ever, bro? My whole camp, like when they saw the poster, they was like, oh nah, they violated, bro. Like, nah, bro, you look frail. I was looking at this shit, you look huge, bro, and I look like,
nah, they low-key violated.
Yeah, they did violate. I was like, it'll help me at the fight probably because like I'm a lot taller than I look in the picture and shit, but nah.
Oh yeah.
You have me beat on that poster for sure, bro.
Yo, my coach, he was like, apparently Flex thought you were my height.
Really?
Yeah. And so
Oh, for the first fight?
yeah.
Oh, that was a dumbass move, man.
Dude, so I fucking, he tells me, he's like, yeah, bro, he's like 5'11". I'm like, oh, bet. So same height, and he's skinnier than me. No problem, bro. Dude, I get to the weigh-ins, and I'm like,
who the fuck is this guy?
no, dead ass style. Oh, good times, bro.
Oh, man.
But so, what was your preparation for that camp? What was the first impression?
Well, I was training. I'm not sure if cause let's think. I had my first MMA bout in, I believe, June that same year. So I took some time off, and I really was just training MMA because I got wrestle fucked my first MMA match. So I was just doing a lot of like wrestling, a lot of grappling. And then my coaches basically put it on my ear like, you should stay active even though that you're training for MMA. Because I basically told them I didn't want to do MMA up until like, this is my first, the fight we had was like the first MMA bout I had since that last time that I lost. So like, you could do kickboxing and stay active. So I was like, shit, I like kicking and boxing. So, but then I'd say not that I not to overlook, but like I don't know how to like. It felt almost like exactly how you would think. Like I saw the poster, and then here's what it was that made it real. I seen the comments. Your comment section is intense, my bro. Yeah.
I got supporters, bro.
You got some loving teammates, bro. So
Facts.
it was like, not only did I have like, I'm confident in my training because I train a lot. Like I'm a horse, bro. But like, looking at the poster, I was like, okay, he's a big boy. Definitely gonna come to brawl. But then I look at the comments and everybody's like, oh, he's gonna first round knockout. He's gonna knock you out. This and that. I was like, oh shit. Okay, it's like, all right, like now I got something to prove. Yeah, so. And I thought you were more of an asshole than you are. You're actually a very nice guy, bro.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Yeah.
No, it's funny, man. Like, a lot of people get the same impression that I'm like this douchebag.
No,
it's partially true.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's well, not to me, like maybe to other people, but like I would like like me and my camp, we thought you were an asshole, bro. Like, just,
why? What was it? Was just like the impression?
I think it was a few things, and then on weigh-in days, like just little shit, like people would look at like from the outside looking at like the flamingo underwear and shit like that. They just looking like, who the fuck does this guy think he is? I thought I'm like, no, I'm not gonna lie. When we met, it was a lot cooler than I thought it was gonna be. Like I was ready to have like one of those intense face-offs where they reposted, they're in each other's faces and shit. Yep. Like they gotta break the shit. I thought it was gonna be one of those. And then I remember you were offering me sandwiches and shit. I was like, what the fuck? This guy's nice, bro.
Hell yeah, bro. Nah, man, we're about to fucking go to war, bro. You know, yeah. I gotta make sure you're well nourished.
Very true, yeah.
I remember with the face-off, dude. I was like so taken aback because I remember you were like, "Are you ready for this?" And I was
the
like,
"First one."
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then I was like, "Nah, bro, I came here to lose."
Yeah. Right? Stop and think like, "Shit, am I ready?" I think so. I had a whole training camp. Wait in.
But well, honestly, for what happened in that cage, I was definitely not ready. Well, partially, I was ready to come back, but I was not ready for the first initial onslaught, is what I would call it. That was brutal.
I was gonna say that that for the most part was nerves, because I remember, I don't know if you recall, I think I told you when we first had the fight, I had COVID like a week before, like coming into the fight, and I had just got cleared, like weigh-ins, like that same week, like the day before, I just got cleared. So I had like this little asthma effect and shit, and when I was training, it wasn't feeling like, the feeling all throughout your camp, like you're feeling like, okay, I'm ready.
Yeah.
It was not that feeling, brother. It was like towards like that last week that I got back to training after being quarantined, I felt like shit.
Damn.
So it's like when I came into the fight, especially just because like the arena, I feel like we had like a setup. Like it was
packed.
It was packed. I haven't seen it it was very packed.
No, that was one of the best cards they ever had.
Yeah, and then I believe it started heating up. Like, not to say the fights before us were bad, but literally right before our fight, I believe there was a knockout, like 1 or 2 fights before. I remember my teammate broke his wrist, like the first fight.
That. Yeah.
So it was just a lot of nerves just coming into the fight. So I was just thinking in my head, like, he said he gonna knock me out in the first round. Like, all right, I saw him something like this and that. Because it's more so like I knew my cardio wasn't gonna be up to par. So I figured, I was like, well, I have confidence in my skill, but I know as the fight goes along, I don't think I'm gonna have the gas tank to do anything.
Yeah.
So I was, let's just leave it out there. Let's just see how that goes,
Yeah, well, you left it out there.
Yeah, definitely.
Holy
definitely
shit.
Did. You and me both, bro. I
Dude.
never in my life got hit by 10 overhands in a row, bro. I always count those shit, bro.
Yo.
Across the cage and around. Never in my life.
Well, dude, I mean, because I was getting fucked up, and
I could ask you now. Wait, no, keep going.
No. I was
gonna say I can ask you now. What did your corner tell you in between that first and second round?
Dude, it's actually a really funny story. Well, first off, the first thing that happened was I had a bloody nose, and you know how like they stop the amateur fights like pretty easily
When you bleed, yeah.
So this guy, he was in my corner, Jason Downer, and
yeah.
And yo, fucking, we're talking about the bloody nose incident. Yo, so bro, I had the bloody nose, and I can't breathe because like that first round, I literally was just like, and so we're in there, and he's like covering my nose with the rag. I'm like, I can't breathe, bro. I can't breathe. I can't fucking breathe. I'm like freaking out at him. He's like, calm the fuck down. And we're just like literally just like freaking out, like total panic mode. eventually they were just like, dude, just go out there and just be calm, like establish your jab and like shit like that, you know.
Yeah.
I forgot pretty much most of it just because of the fact that I was focusing on trying to recover my breath. But then, like, yeah, dude, we like went back out there, and next thing I know, you hit me with another couple good shots, and I'm like, wow, like, this is terrible right now.
That's it. What pissed me off was because I don't know if you noticed, but between the first and second round, remember, like I said, I had COVID, so I still had the little asthma effect, but my ego was a little swole after the first round. So I was standing in between rounds. I don't know if you noticed.
I do, yeah.
Yeah, I was standing. So my first to second, I was just looking like, oh, he's tired. We got him. All right. So I started the second round the same way. I was like, all right, we're just going to touch him up. We're just going to take it easy, feel him out, whatever.
Yeah.
And next thing I knew, I was like, oh, fuck. This guy has energy.
Yeah.
All of a sudden.
Nah, that's the thing, too, though, is that, you know, like, you're, like, crazy fast. Like, I watch the fight back, and I think back to just, like, the way... Like just the speed of how everything hit me, like especially in that first moment, I was like, "Whoa!" I never started off any sparring like that in my life, so I would never like experience anything like that.
Yeah,
and just everything hit, like connected. Like I think you missed barely any shots in that first round.
Yeah, I work on my accuracy a lot, but no, it's true. But it's also on your end too, because I always look at it, and all my teammates and shit always said like that was like a Dragon Ball Z fight, like where they're doing all of the moves that you can't really see because everything was. I was thinking that in my head too. Towards the second and third rounds, I was like, bro, I know I can't be that much slower, but he's landing everything. Like every exchange was an exchange, like because every time I threw, you were throwing. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
No, that was a sick fight, man.
Yeah, it was. Definitely.
When the overhands came though, that's actually one of the craziest feelings I've ever had because I knew that I was like really down bad because of the standing 8 count and then just the fact that like everything landed in that first round and I was still like kind of rocked a little bit. And then I felt that first initial like overhand land.
That's what I said. I felt the moment you touched me, your demeanor changed.
Well, dude, because I saw your eye just like roll like a little bit, like you went like, oh shit, I gotta go.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, this is literally the last chance I have to win this fight. And so I just like put literally everything I had.
I was thinking in my head because you know what it is as well. I try to think like a step ahead of my opponent. That's why I always say that you're a difficult opponent because I don't know what you're thinking ever, right? And when you threw the first overhand, I remember you connected. And you have like this way that you slightly move outside, like roll after your shots, right? So I'm looking. I'm like, okay, he's gonna follow it. Maybe he'll follow with a body shot. Maybe he'll overhand. Maybe he'll follow with an overhand. Maybe he'll follow with overhand. I was like, yo, what the fuck is going on? I was just backing up. And I'm just thinking in my head, like, when is it gonna stop? Like, it's just fucking, it's like, I was like, cause that's what it was. I kept thinking like, all right, now he's gonna go to the body. Now he's gonna set up a kick. Now he's gonna overhand.
That's so funny.
Yeah, bro.
Dude, that's all I had, though, dude. Like, no cap.
It worked, though.
Yeah, for a second there.
Was.
And then, you know what, like... And then it became, like, an actual fight.
Yeah, it was
and that was so much fun.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, my God.
You're talking shit the whole time. Nobody could hear.
No, the best was in the third round. I was like, are you tired, man?
Oh, yeah.
and you were like, fuck yeah, dude. I was like, me too, man.
Just move, bro. Just move.
Well, dude, that actually brings up a good story about our last fight on fucking Saturday, when you had me down, and our whole camp, bro. I was like, yo, this kid is weak, bro. He doesn't have nothing on me. He has no strength on me. I got the strength on him, no cap.
It's funny. My camp told me that shit the whole camp. Like, he's strong. He's gonna be way stronger than you. And I was thinking in my head, like, damn, I'm not that weak. Like, shit. Like,
yo. Nah, and then so him and I were down on the ground, bro, and he's on top of me, and I'm in like half guard or something.
Smeesh.
And all I'm feeling is just the top pressure, and I'm like, yo, you're a little strong, bro. He goes, hard work and dedication.
Oh yeah, hard work, dedication. I forgot about that one. That ass, hard work, dedication. He was like, what? He's like,
yo, that took me so far back.
That shit was mad. I forgot about that. Yeah, because I forgot what you said. Some funny shit when you first got down. You were like, "Oh, here we go."
Yeah.
And I was just talking Khabib, like, you know, I must win this. Yeah. He was like, I forgot what you said. Now he's like, oh, yeah, hard work, dedication.
No, I just said you're way stronger than I thought you'd be. Something along those lines. It was just like, because I really wasn't expecting like that kind of top pressure. I was pretty impressed.
I'm not gonna lie. When I got you down first, I told my coaches yesterday, it happened a lot faster than it happened in my head.
Yeah.
Because it's like we had moments in between that, like for instance, like you could see in the video, I have a shift in attitude completely once you got a butterfly hook in, and I heard Drew Park like
yeah, he was like, get the shoulder to the ground.
Bro, he was coaching his ass off. I commend Drew Park, and I hear him, and I'm like, oh fuck, he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
So I'm like, shit, all right, like, let me do something. Like I got to do something.
When you had the body triangle, I couldn't do anything.
Yeah, once because you know what it was, you fell correctly, but like I said, it all happened a lot faster than it happened in my mind, because initially I just wanted to once I hit you, like I like taking people's backs, so once I hit you, and I saw the opportunity to like gift wrap the arm, I was like, okay, gift wrap, and then I fell to the side to try to get hooks in, but you had your legs in the air, so I was kind of fucked there. But I really didn't want to be on the ground with you standing up, which is why I just went to the other side and snuck in the body triangle, because I was like, last thing I want is you on top of ground and pound. I was like, I don't even want to know how that's gonna go. So.
Yeah, I was trying to like roll over.
That's what Drew Park was saying. I was like, no, like literally as I was listening to Drew Park, like, and I was like, all right, can't let him do that. Definitely don't want that, do we? Like, so yeah.
Nah, but the way you locked up the body triangle was just so fast. I like watching everything back. It's funny because like it did feel so slow in there.
You could feel it like at the moment. You could feel everything happening, but it looked fast as fuck in the video.
Well, I mean, dude, it's like what, like 2 minutes? You fucking finished me.
Yeah, but even the striking exchanges, like I thought in my head, I could have swore we were going slow, bro.
No, dead ass.
Yo, I could have swore we were going slow, and you look, and every punch is just whop, like just speed, bro, legit.
Bro, honestly, like I don't know what the way you manage your range too is just so like I don't think I landed more than like 2 shots in that fight.
I was happy this fight actually with that, because you have a lot of power, bro, and I think I told you that after the fight. When we had a little GTA side mission. That ass. Pizza shop, we met up and like talked and whatnot. But I think I told you after the fight, you have a lot of pop on your shots that I don't want to account for. I don't want to feel like I didn't want to feel new and improved Jonathan Mato's power.
Yeah,
so I definitely worked on my defense a lot and like my movement, and that definitely helped me because I had no idea what you were gonna do, but I just wanted to make sure coming out that I was at least safe. Because I was like, the last thing I wanted to do is get into a firefight with those small-ass gloves.
Yeah.
And try my luck.
Yeah, well, that's another thing I was worried about with you, too, is just, like what if you did the same thing as the last fight and came out, like, rough? And, like, with those small gloves...
That'd be a dumbass move, though.
It would, but, like, listen, you never know.
You never know. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Like you know what I mean? Like, I thought it was... I thought it was going to be a wrap if you did that. And so I was literally just like, all right, literally hands up and just, like...
Yeah, I feel like when we both came out, we were on the same like wavelength. Both of us were like, all right, let's not do too much, let's not do too little. Jab. But you had I remember when I came out, I don't know if that was one of your game plans, but I saw like immediately when I was trying to establish the jab. I don't know if you were listening to my coach say establish, but you read it and you started pulling back for the pull counter. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, I like to do the parry pull.
Yeah, I was looking like, oh. That's why I started side kicking, because I was like, all right, fuck that. Like, we're not about to get into this boxing match real fast.
I got to send you one of the picks that, like, one of my boys took. But there's one pick that, like, the side kick just going right into my sternum.
Oh. Hard work, dedication.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, it was a really smart game plan on your end just to, like, you know, come out calm. And honestly, I really, that was probably some of the most enjoyable, like, 2 minutes of my life, because it was just so chill.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I was like, it was a lot smoother than the last fight. It kind of felt like a big step up for both of us, because I just felt like we were both calmer. The nerves were less, but the crowd was there. Yeah. And the crowd was making a lot of noise. Shout out to the crowd, like that.
Facts.
Showing love and everything, and the vibes were there. So it just felt good walking in. And then there's no bad blood between us either, so it just felt good, like just to have that.
Yeah.
Like, we were talking to each other the whole camp, seeing each other the day before, so it wasn't really any like too much anxiety or anything like that.
Yeah, facts. Cool. No, honestly, like, you know, I felt really good. Mm-hmm. Like, and the walkout too.
Yeah.
Like I had, so in the first, it's funny. I don't know if I ever told you this, but for the first fight, the whole camp, you know, because of, like, how they violated with the fucking pictures.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm literally going to knock this kid out with one punch.
So that's how I figured too. I was like, these guys are, you know what it was from the comments? I was like, these guys are dead ass. Like, you don't say this in public and not be dead ass. They're dead ass.
No. When I tell you I was supremely confident that it was going to be one right hand and you were going to be like flat, like that's literally what I thought.
That would have hurt my family and friends.
Dead ass. No, dude. Like, but so I walked out there, literally just like I felt nothing. I just felt like I was just gonna do a job.
That was as well. The first time I saw the confidence, I saw the swagger, and when you were walking out, I forgot this, and it was just the song was too perfect too. Like, it felt like I remember telling everybody it felt like I was in like a movie, like Goodfellas or some shit. Like, and the music starts playing. And the crowd goes wild. And then here you come in your tight red shorts like this and shit. And I'm looking like, fuck. Oh, it's very real. Like, this is my Rocky moment.
Yeah.
Like, so it's either I could get my ass beat or I could do the ass whooping. So.
No, well, you did some ass whooping. I could tell you that.
Yeah, but, I mean, the first one was a draw. You did some ass whooping as well. I'll give you that.
Yeah, but you know what, man? It was just like that. I was like so proud for just coming back from that adversity in the first round. Mm-hmm. That's really like what makes that fight. No,
you should be. I'm not gonna lie. I gained a lot of respect for you as well because, like I said, after the first round, my confidence was here, bro. Nobody could tell me anything. I think where I fucked up as well, I don't even recall like focusing on my breathing or anything like that. In between the rounds, I was kind of more like, all right, second round we kill this guy. Like, I was like, okay, if we could do that in the first round.
That's crazy, man. It's just that was just so wild.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, fucking A. So how long had you been training previously to that fight?
Well, actually, I started martial arts when I was young. Like I'd say like 4, maybe 5, up until I was like.
Fuck.
Yeah, right.
Now it all makes sense.
Till I was like maybe I think 13. I stopped when I was a brown belt in karate. I did taekwondo, karate, some boxing. I should have did grappling when I was young, but I never thought about it. But yeah, stopped when I was 13. Played ball until college. Played a little college, and then after that, I got back into fighting when I was, I believe, 19. But I didn't take a fight because of that COVID year, and then I started fighting really last year.
So you never competed in martial arts beforehand?
No, because I was too young. They have I don't know if they still have it, but I know before I believe it was 15 to compete because I was still junior. So I wasn't allowed in any competition. I could do like kata and stuff like that or like technique shihai, but I wasn't allowed to really like fight.
Interesting.
Yeah. I fought before like sparring.
That's what yeah. Oh, all right. Okay. And so that was your second real fight. So you had the first MMA fight and then our fight was your second like real fight?
Yes, the draw, yeah.
Facts.
I had like a smoker before, but it was shitty.
What do you mean, just like in the gym?
No, it was like, all right, so we went to this other, this like sister gym, I guess you can say, in like the Bronx. I'm not going to say their name just in case, somebody watches this video. But we went there, we had this little event.
Did you violate? Is that why?
I fought a guy that was 200 pounds.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And it was like, I mean, it wasn't even bad. I just I had to stop like because the way it was set up, the ring was near a wall, and this guy had like slightly shoved me outside of the ring, and I hit my head on the like edge of the wall, and then it was just a lot of factors. But that was my introduction to kickboxing, MMA. So it was like from there it was like, well, fuck, I don't know what to expect. Bro. He was like 40. He had like 40 pounds on me, 30, 40.
Yeah, that's nuts, dude. Yeah, that really is pretty fucking nuts.
Yeah, no, I definitely. My first year, I'd say I had the craziest like introduction to MMA. Just because I came in like January and I was like, all right, I'm gonna fight this year. And I was like, now's the time. Like, might as well. If I lose, I lose. But at the very like least, I'll learn faster if I just get in the cage. And then I got in the cage and I lost, and I was like, fuck, all right, time to start learning. So then I got a draw. So it was like, we're doing something, but I guess, I was like, all right, we're not there yet. But this year I got my first 2 dubs, so.
Yeah, dude. And that's a sick record, too. Well, before our fight, 1-1-1.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, we did it all, literally.
Literally.
Yeah.
That's what I was hoping for.
I was thinking the same thing in my head. I was like, this guy's trying to, this whole camp, I was just thinking, like, he's trying to retire 1-1-1.
Yep. Nope. No cap. That was literally it.
Yeah, I saw the vision, bro.
I gotta tell you something though. I've never been more motivated for anything in my entire life.
I'll say likewise. I feel like I elevated, like I evolved this camp. Only because, like I said, I trained for world champion Jonathan Matos because I knew you were putting your best foot forward. So I didn't want, like you said as well, you were. So like you were training and wrestling and this and that. So I just had to make sure that I remember telling my coach, and he was like, "What was the game plan initially? Like how do you want this fight to go?" And I was like, honestly, I want to whoop his ass, but like we got to be ready for everything. I don't know what the fuck to expect, like honestly and truly. So.
Well, the success there is that the ass was whooped, in very swift fashion as well.
Swift, yes, clean.
Very clean. It's not often that people go in the cage and have literally 0 marks. I cut my elbow on the cage, but that's it. That's like literally the only damage I think I took in that fight, besides like the pain here,
in my chest, deep,
deep in my heart.
No, I believe it. I mean, that's kind of what I like. This entire camp too was like in my mind heavy because it's in my mind. I feel as though I was a lot better than I was showing, so to say, like in our previous fights or in my previous fights. But it's just I wasn't performing how I was supposed to perform. Like sometimes I feel like our draw, for instance, I feel like if I had maybe tried to outpoint you instead of making it a brawl and try to just beat you up, then maybe I could have won. But I wasn't thinking technically like to be skilled, like to not get touched, hit it, not. I wasn't thinking no sweet science shit. I just wanted to fight. So, yeah.
But you know what? You got it out of the way now, and it really showed in our fight. The way that you came out calm and really collected. I really was very like this. Literally, the second that the fight started, I just felt like this feeling of being impressed.
Right? He's like,
I was like, wow. Like the evolution was there.
I want to say I got that as well. Like the first 10 seconds, like literally once because like I said last time I came out, I was able to connect anything that I wanted to. Really.
Literally.
So I came out and I was like, okay. My coach is like, all right, you go rewatch the video too. You can hear him say like, establish. So I'm thinking in my head, okay, establish. And I'm throwing my jab and I'm like, hold on, I know I have the reach advantage. Is this guy slipping? And I was like, wait, is that a pull counter? Holy fuck, this guy's good. Yeah, I was like,
yeah, man, I'm not bad at this thing, man. I'm not bad at this thing. It's just the MMA part, and I severely, like.
I was gonna say, remember before the fight, I did tell you MMA is dangerous.
No, it's just like dude, like. I just remembered, because I remember last year before our fight, I watched your fight, where your initial loss.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, I feel like if I trained, I could beat this guy. I wasn't looking to get you down to the ground and like Khabib you.
Oh.
But by the end of this camp, like that's what we thought was gonna happen. Like we thought that somehow we were gonna end up on the ground, and then like the things that I was learning, I was just like gonna like literally just impose my will. But in fact, it turned out to be the opposite.
That's fair. I mean, you know what it was as well? It's like my mind, like I guess my game plan, like coming into the fight was to take everything and give you nothing, literally. So every opportunity that you threw something, I was like, I can't let him, like even if like little leg kicks, like they weren't hurting. But I just wanted to make sure that like it didn't connect at all. Like don't give you anything. And then once you caught me in a clinch, I was like, fuck no. And I was like, because my back touched the cage as well, and you could see as soon as my back touched the cage, I just sprung off because I was like, how? Like, there's no way on God's green earth, bro, I'm about to spend my first round on the ground.
Well, dude, what was fucked is that like we got in that clinch situation, and I threw a shot that connected.
Yeah.
Like I threw one shot that connected, and I was like,
I pummeled under that arm though. Yeah.
and then the next thing I know, my arm is literally over you, and I'm like, wow, he has the fucking advantage now. And
he's like, what the hell is going on?
Next thing I know, I'm on the ground. I'm like, dude, did I get taken down?
Yeah. I think I went for the like, I just basically like stole your hips as you threw the punch, and it worked. Fortunately.
Yeah, because I just remember like just being off balance, and then next thing I know, I'm on the floor, and then I got fucking hard work and dedication over me.
Yeah, hard work. Yeah. The craziest shit too was like I think seeing you actually do some jujitsu like freaked me out a little bit.
Yeah.
So it kind of made me go into like robot like machine mode. Like I was like, all right, drillers make killers. Let's turn it on. Like I did not want to see prime Jonathan Matos.
No, man,
it's
just like funny because, like I'm not even bad at the shit, but like you literally made me look like a fucking first day white belt, I like it was sick. It was like really sick to like. I'm honestly like I can't even be mad. Like
Shit, yeah.
no cap, I can't even be mad.
That's what I was thinking too. I was like, it was a good. Well, I mean, maybe from people that like from a fan perspective,
They're gonna be like
they'll
fucking
say, like,
sucks.
oh no, yeah, this guy's yeah,
Yeah.
but I know what was there, John.
That's what counts.
You're winning with me, John.
That's what counts.
Yeah, no, it was definitely there. Like a lot of. That's why I feel as though I completed the job in such like a swift, in such action, such manner because you're a threat, and it's like I don't want to. I didn't want to, like, I was thinking, like, just like I said, Drew Parker especially had a large part in that because listening to Drew, I was like, fuck, like, because you were reacting to what he was saying, too.
Yeah.
I can feel it. I can feel the little shifts. I can feel, like, I can feel your eyebrows raised sometimes in the fight. Like, when I could just feel, I feel like if there's a light bulb, I see it. Like,
Yeah.
oh, shit, fuck, all right, turn that shit up. So, I just saw, like, the develop, like, as you were, I was just learning my game and learning what I was trying to do. I was just trying to stay a step ahead.
Yeah, man. I mean, oh man, it really does blow to go out like that. You know what I mean? Like, I was when I tell you that this whole camp I was preparing for a 3-round war. Mm-hmm. I was preparing for like literally exactly what the first fight was.
Yeah, I was thinking in
and
my
some.
Head, that's kind of, I was doing the opposite. I was thinking in my head, I do not want to go 3 rounds at all. I want to be prepared for 3 rounds if I can't get the finish. But I really wanted to finish. I had told TJ too, but he didn't say it. I was listening to the commentary, and he was like, I doubt this fight. Like somebody else, I think it was the other announcer said it. I doubt this fight's gonna go to the ground.
Yeah, him and D-Rock.
Yeah, D-Rock. I think it was D-Rock. And I was like, but I told TJ the day before, because I felt like if I went to the ground, I had the advantage completely. So I told like TJ, like, yeah, I'm pretty sure if it goes to the ground early, I should have the advantage as long as I do what I'm supposed to. But
it's just wild, man.
I thought honestly that you were gonna try to keep it standing, and then I was hoping to get a 2nd round knockout. No offense.
No.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I wanted too.
Yeah, I wanted a 2nd round knockout. Like in the exchange, I felt like we were both gonna come out like, especially based off first round. Like I didn't expect you to clinch me at all. So as the first round was going along, I was like, all right, we're gonna start touching the body, and then we're gonna keep moving, test his cardio, and then 2nd round we're gonna like turn it up on him. So yeah.
Yeah, well, you know what? Whatever, man. Good thing it didn't get to the 2nd round then. Because maybe I would have gotten knocked out and had fucking head injuries.
Shit. You never know.
Yeah, no, I was planning on kind of doing the same thing too. Like, 2nd round, I was going to definitely, like, more feints and shit.
Yeah.
And then the up kick was going to be my big thing. Like, I was, because, like because you're just, like, so fucking long, bro. And I like, getting inside the pocket with you is retarded for me. It's a challenge.
I'm glad to hear that. I'm happy to hear that. Because
No.
like people, you know what it is too? I always say too, everybody fights me in a way that I feel like everybody's forward moving when they fight me. Everybody wants to fight inside, and I hate that. It's like, get the fuck on my face.
Dude, it's like, but what's the other choice? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fight you at range, yeah, okay.
Exactly. That makes it easier for me, and then we get, everybody goes home happy.
No, literally.
Yeah. But are you really not getting into the cage again, man? We haven't talked about that.
No, yeah, that's it. So I made a promise to my mom, and I'm a pretty religious guy, so I made a promise to God that this would be the last one.
Why?
It's just my mom hates it, and she's probably the most important human being in my life for sure. And I know that God probably doesn't approve of war, yeah, and going into a cage and slinging fists with somebody. So as much as it sucks, because I really do love this sport, but I feel like, I don't know if a lot of people feel this way, but I feel like I learned something very important about myself in that fight, and it's that I don't have that killer instinct.
You think so? I think, you know what it is? I feel as though, and this is the problem I was having as well, I feel like this fight I got into my martial arts background again, because a lot of us, like, we tend to look at MMA especially in boxing as fighting, and we forget about the martial arts aspect.
Facts.
And I feel as though you can't really say you don't have a killer instinct, but part of the reason that I want you to get back in the cage is because you can always develop yourself. Like, you can always develop the killer instinct. You can always work on yourself. Like, that's what martial arts is all about, just becoming your best self. So that's why, at the very least, you just not stop training, because
never.
You gotta keep sure, like, Well, make sure that you're bettering yourself as much as you can.
Oh no, 100%. This sport. Listen, I know you know it, but this sport is the most important thing in probably our lives. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it means a lot. It does, yeah. And it pushes you. Like, it shows you things that you wouldn't know about yourself. It'll show you, like, things that you believe you couldn't do, that you can do, things that you thought you could do, you can't do. Like, I found out, like, for instance, I could have swore I was, because I used to play basketball before this. And for my size, I guess I'm, like, a very strong guy basketball-wise. So, like, coming into this sport and then seeing guys, like, for instance, like you, and I'm like, how the fuck we both get on the scale at 155, bro?
Yeah.
Like, this guy lifts bare weights. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, that's all he does. But it just shows you, like, everybody's dynamic is different, but you have to just become the best version of you. And that'll, like, that's what'll work best in the end for you.
Yeah, I couldn't have put it any better myself.
That sucks, though, that you're not getting back in the cage, bro, honestly.
No, you know,
One
listen,
dub.
man, there's...
One dub, just one.
I know, man, I want to so bad, you know? There's nothing I want more than to get that elusive W.
Yeah.
But, you know, like, for me at least, you know, there's just a lot more to life.
Mm-hmm.
That, you know, I have opportunities, you know, thank God, that were presented to me. And it's like, really hard
In the
to say.
MMA community?
Yes.
Nice.
And, like, this is a sport I can never leave, man.
That's good.
And so it's just like, how am I supposed to say no to these things, you know? It's like, you know, hopefully I'm going to be still around flex fights. I think with this offer that I've got, that I'm still going to be around flex fights.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, no, literally. And I hope you're going to be sticking around flex fights too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because I know that you fought for another promotion.
Yeah, I'm about to say. I fight for a couple. I mean, I fight for whoever wants me. I'm trying to do some boxing down the line too. While I'm still in
Wow.
MMA. Yeah, I'm trying to catch them on, bro. Like, I'm really.
Fuck it. Yeah, dude, go for it.
Yeah, but Flex. I mean, I don't know what Flex has planned. Honestly, I haven't even spoke to them since the fight, bro. Because I think they've gotten low after.
That was the worst event I think they've ever thrown.
Meto said it. I wasn't gonna say it,
but it's
Meto said it. Throw all the tomatoes at Metos.
Listen, I love them, bro.
It was, yeah.
You know I love those people. But that was bad.
I think they ducked under the radar after that one. Yeah, they haven't said anything, posted anything about the fight or anything like that. That's also why I kind of like. I mean, not that it feels like the fight didn't happen, but I kind of just jumped right back into camp because it's like,
yeah,
it was kind of swept. Like, it kind of brushed off.
It's like, it was like a really sad way to go out.
Yeah.
Like, I would have been fine. Listen, I'll be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I would have been even better if they had gotten me the mic.
Yes. You know, I think that's a big part of it too, because after I won and shit, I had jumped on a cage and all of that, and then we finished, and I'm just waiting, and then I saw everybody's exiting. I think you started. You exited.
So dude, so I'm with Nick Canobio, and I look over at him and I'm like, yo, sorry, dude. Like, I thought I was gonna do better than that. Oh, don't worry about it. I'll be around though. And then I'm just like looking around. I'm like,
yeah, that's what it was. It was an awkward pause. Like,
I was like, so interviews? He's like, no, not today. And I was like, I just walked out the cage. I'm like, I looked at the ring girl. I was like, unreal.
That's why. Yeah, that's what it was. I saw the ring girls in there, and usually like they're on the side when we're about to get our interviews, and then Drew Park or somebody will walk through the middle. But usually it's D-Rock or somebody that does the interviews. I'm looking. I'm like, there's nobody here, huh?
Dude, I was so confused. I
was like, wait a minute.
I was like, I'm just sitting there. I'm like waiting.
Yeah.
And nothing came.
You know why too? There was a lot of build up to this fight. Like we got a couple promos and we made our own promos. I reposted yours. I posted my pictures. We talked our shit like back and forth. There was a lot of build up. But then after the fight, it was just like,
it was just nothing. It just
crickets.
fizzled out.
It was just
Isn't that so like, dude? It's so weird.
Yeah,
and you're like, oh, especially like
it sucked. That's why I said we should definitely do the podcast ASAP because that kind of sucked, bro.
No, dead ass. And I'm glad we're doing this too, man. Because you know what, I wanted you to come on anyway after the first fight.
Yeah, I couldn't make it, but I've been training my ass off, bro.
I know. Yeah. Have you been?
Right?
Really?
He said,
yeah. Have you really?
Yeah.
Nah, no, I can imagine. And what's the next step, man? Like, you gonna do more kickboxing, more MMA? I know that you want to do the boxing.
Yeah, I think possibly my next fight might be kickboxing, only because, like I said, I don't really know what Flex has planned. The promotion that I do, like the kickboxing under NYC Fight TV, they have a show coming up in November.
Okay.
But I don't really they have a ring, so I'm not fond of doing MMA in a ring, so I'll probably do kickboxing regardless. But I'm trying to get a title as soon as possible. Trying to definitely probably get kickboxing title if I can get that offer as soon as possible, and then flex 155 because Livingston's supposed to be going pro, so
Yeah.
it should be vacant shit. So if
It
I can
will
go
be.
for I'm about to say if I can go for that, cause I don't really know who's in the 155 division. I don't really care, but
Yeah, I mean, listen, man. There's a lot of tough guys, and the more you evolve, because obviously, I'm not gonna put myself up on a pedestal like I'm the greatest fighter on the planet, but I'm pretty fucking good, and you just killed
that's
me.
why I said too. You worked hard, but that's kind of what my goal. Like it's not necessarily. Like I said, if we were to get into a firefight, there's a good chance you possibly could have knocked me out.
Yeah.
But I just really wanted to avoid that because that's not my type of fight. Like even the first fight, that's not really. I don't do that. That's why I was watching it back angry as hell because it's like, why the fuck did you like just come out and just like? It's not that I don't have the act. It's not that I can't.
Yeah.
But it's more so like if I can win by taking it back and making reads and shit like that, then that's how I should fight. It's not always about like.
It's smarter that way. You're taking less damage.
Yeah, it is. But sometimes you just want to be tough. That's the name of the game, right?
Yeah. Well, sometimes you have to be.
Yeah, it's very true.
Sometimes you just
that's
have
what
no
it was
choice.
too. I also felt like I was like, if you force me to make it a firefight, then it would be a firefight. But if
Yeah.
I don't have to, then I don't want to.
Yeah. I mean, regardless though, like. It's just sick. It's just so sick, man, that we
bro.
were able to run it back before I fucking had to
Look at us.
call it a career.
Right?
Literally.
Who would have thought?
And you know what? Like, dude, there's no other person I would have rather ended my career with. Because I really, after that kickboxing fight, I thought I was done.
I remember you saying that, and I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? I was like, bro, that was the first, like, that was a draw, bro. Even after your other kickboxing fight, like, I remember you said, like, you were thinking about, like, hanging it up, and I was like, nah, bro, you can't. You gotta keep trying.
Well, it's because the speech went viral. And then, like Drew Park, he was like, come on, get in there, get in the cage.
You kind of have to.
Yeah, and I was like, all right. And I don't regret it, actually, like, I really don't, but it's funny. So with the first fight, like I was saying before, like no nerves, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second fight, the whole camp, I just was pissed off. I didn't want to fight.
Really?
I had a terrible camp, and I had
I remember you telling me that it was a terrible camp.
But it's not even like training was bad. I just like didn't put mentally, I didn't put the mental work in, and I got to the fight that night, and like even on the way there, like I was talking with my brother, the big Jack guy, and I was like, dude, I don't want to, like, I just really don't feel like fighting tonight. And he was like, so then don't. And I was like, I'm here now.
Yeah.
And I listen, like that, and that's another thing is that I have a problem with like having to achieve my goals. Like if I say I have to do something, I have to do it. And I went in there, and it was an awesome fight. Don't get me wrong, but it was just like I got my ass manhandled for 3 rounds essentially.
Leg kicks. I remember that. I was watching live. I was like, damn.
My knee got fucking destroyed, and yeah, and I was in the back though. So before the fight, I was in the back, shaking. Like I was with Livingston and Jason because they were my coaches that night, and I was literally shaking.
Just nerves.
Yeah.
It's a big part of the game that people don't see. Everybody thinks that everybody in this game is so tough and we're warriors, but at the end of the day, we're people. So it's just very true. Because sometimes, for instance, there's a picture. My coach took it, and it's funny as fuck because like a lot of my close friends know, like once I actually get started, like in intense situations, it's hard for me to like calm my adrenaline down. So I'm literally, I don't know if you saw me in the back before he walked out. I was sitting on the floor, bro.
Yeah.
I was just sitting the fuck down. I told myself, sit the fuck down, bro, because sometimes I have a problem with the same thing. Like, it's not like I'll be scared or anything. I just get very anxious. Like, you just...
The anticipation?
Yes. Like, you don't know what's going to happen. You want to know, and then this could happen. You play all of the possibilities, and try to think about every single move you made during training and shit like that. Like,
how'd you feel before the fight?
I felt good warming up. Like, I felt pretty loose. Wasn't breathing heavy or anything like that. And then as we started getting closer and closer towards the fight, I started to wind down. Because I don't know if you noticed, I warmed up like maybe an hour before we started fighting. I was jumping rope and shit.
Really?
Yeah, so. But fortunately, I was like loose. Like by the time we got to fight, so now it was like 20, 30 minutes of trying not to get cold.
You were sweaty as fuck,
yeah,
dude.
Yeah, no, because I was moving like slow. Like, I was moving, and then in between I'd stretch for like 10 minutes. Then I'll just move. Like I'll go over like just like takedown defense, or I'll like light spar and shit like that. And it was hot as fuck, and I had all my clothes on too. But I just wanted to get loose. So, but I mean, it was pretty good. And then as I feel as though like when we were right behind and they were just looking at each other across. Cause I feel like they didn't do that for any fucking buddy else's fight either. The whole like we were in the back just staring each other down, two big ass posses, and I'm looking like, all right, let me just sit on the ground and calm the fuck down because you know like I need to save something for the fight.
Yeah.
And then it's pretty calm walking out and whatnot.
Yeah, you looked very calm.
Yeah.
Like I feel like for the first fight you were like a little bit more like tight.
Yeah, I was definitely. I was more like more of a something to prove. Like I remember coming into this fight, I seen it like I saw it differently because I was thinking in my head like I don't really have anything to prove, being that I do this. I train every day. I've had fights before. This is not new to me, so I don't have to go out there and do anything different from what I usually do. I feel like that's where I fucked up our last fight. I was like, I'm not this guy. I'm just knock him out.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, who the fuck? You don't train. If you don't train the whole camp to like, for instance, that first round. If you don't do that shit the whole camp, bro,
You're done.
Yeah. Like I was thinking in my head, I was like, I'm lucky I even made it out of that fight, bro. Honestly, the way I came out that first round, that was a risk.
Yeah.
A big risk.
But that also shows like how good your cardio actually is, even after having, you know, the Rona for like however long, and then getting in the cage and literally putting in maximum output, and still being able to make it all 3 rounds. I mean, that is a testament to your cardio, man.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm kind of like a perfectionist, so I don't give my cardio enough credit because I feel like enough body shots makes your cardio go away anyway. Yeah, so it's like. But I guess, yeah, I work on my cardio a lot, and I do a lot of, like, annoying, like, shit that I hate. For instance, for cardio, like, I hate wrestling, like, with a passion. I do not like wrestling. But I do a lot of it because it helps my cardio. So I feel like that's why my cardio for striking and stuff has gotten better.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree with you. Like, one thing that I do is, like, well, 2 things that I do is we have, like, a pro MMA class, and, like, where all the pro guys go, and we all just, like, literally grapple each other for, like, rounds and rounds.
Go get bullied.
Yeah, dude, I was literally getting raped this entire camp.
It happens.
But and then we have like the assault bike, the fan bike.
Oh yes, that's the worst too,
dude.
What do you usually do?
Well, for this camp specifically, I did 10 by 10s for full 3-minute rounds. I did like 4 to 5 rounds each, so that I would have the simulation of like a three round fight.
That makes sense.
What about you?
When I got on the assault bike, I'll do like 20. There's like a setting that on a specific one that I go to at my gym that basically you can go 20 seconds on and then 10 seconds off.
Yep.
So I would just do that for about, I believe, 4 minutes. And that shit is, it's a killer, bro.
Yeah.
Like by the end of that 4, and I used to do that for like 3 rounds. Then go to my other gym, hit heavy bag and shit like that. Like I'm like a gym rat, definitely.
Well, you know what? That's awesome though. And it feels good to lose to a person who's like actually dedicated like that.
Oh yeah, no,
you know what I mean,
bro. Yeah, it's like I probably would have sucked if I was like the party guy, like
if you were
he's
me
out every day, right? He's out. Yeah, no, not me, bro. I train a lot. I mean, I have my fun here and there, of course, but I train a lot.
Yeah,
it's cause I you know what it is. Like I also said, I'm a perfectionist earlier, but I really hate losing on everything, like cards. Dice, the arm wrestle. That's why I don't arm wrestle anymore.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't lift enough. So I just don't do it all together, bro.
Right, we got arm wrestle. Okay.
I'm about to say, you're probably going to win. But, yeah, I hate losing, bro.
No, I feel that, man. I mean, it was definitely a very bitter taste. Mm-hmm. Dude, it's so nuts.
You know what it is? I could imagine. You know what it is, too? Like, I always think, every fight, because I know the feeling of losing, I know the feeling of a draw, I know the feeling of a win. And I always think in my head, like, I try not to let the feeling, especially coming off my first dub, I try not to let that feeling, like, I always try not to let that feeling get in my head, like, oh, I've been here before, I could do this, because you never know how the guy's gonna, like, it just takes a little mistake, bro. So it's like, I always think about the possibility of losing, and then that's what I work around. Like, why, if I were to lose today, what would it be? And then that's where I'll work from. Like, just because if I could prevent myself from losing, then I could win. But if I'm just going out there trying to knock everybody out and shit, then like, good luck, bro.
Fucking, who's like your biggest inspiration of a fighter? Like, who's the fighter that really gets you going?
That's a great question. There's a lot of fighters that I like. I really have to think about this. There's a Muay Thai fighter. His name is Samart.
I know Samart.
Yeah, Samart Payakron. Him. I feel like I didn't necessarily model my style around him, But once I saw how he fought, I see a lot of similarities in our game. Sensei's fun to watch. Walker, of course. I watch a lot of Muay Thai guys because I feel like they're technically skilled, like strikers. And then I love Floyd Mayweather conceptually, like just theory. You can write a book probably, and I'll read this shit just because it's his theory on fighting, like just how he thinks about it is like it's different from most people. MMA wise, I'm trying not to say Connor. I'm trying my best. It's so biased. Like,
no, I know.
Southpaw, MMA, but
Are you a big Adesanya guy?
Somewhat. I feel like he's very skilled, but I have this conversation with a lot of people. I feel like by the time I get to where he's at, I'll beat the shit out of him. No offense, but I feel like, I don't know. I feel as though he should be doing more with his prowess, but he's gotten content with where he is. So I'm a big Adesanya fan, but I feel as though, like, not that I want to see him lose, but I want to see somebody really push him because he's cruising right now, and it's bothering me.
I feel
a
that.
little bit. Yeah, he's
stagnant.
Cruising. Yes, because it's in the beginning it was like he had to work to get to this point in order to even be able, which I respect completely. He had to work in order to get to the point where he can dance around and just kick people and move and what like. But before, when I feel as though he had to prove that he was battle tested and he had to, like the Calvin Gastelum fights and shit like that. I feel as though, yeah, that was a different type of Izzy because he had something to prove. Now it's like
he's just the guy.
I'm the champ. You have to beat me. Before it wasn't any of that talk or that logic. It was like I'll show you why. I feel as though before he was like he literally wanted to be pound for pound, like legit. Probably like he pound for pound he was, but now it's like, well, they gotta beat me. I'm getting money.
He's kind of like John Jones in that respect.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I want to see what Jones is gonna do when he comes back. He's been saying he's gonna come back for fucking years.
You think he beats Stipe? Because that's the fight they're looking to book.
Yes, only because John Jones has a phenomenal clinch game, and once they get inside of the clinch, I feel like Jones' volume at like in general, now that he's used to being at heavyweight, and just his volume in general, if they're gonna, because heavyweight fights aren't really necessarily technical.
Yeah.
Like eventually, it's gonna become a slugfest. So
yeah.
If it comes down to that, I think Jones definitely has it.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Speaking of heavyweights who have made incredible improvements, though, Ngannou.
He's very. I was thinking him if he's 100%, he should beat the shit out of. Well, he should knock John Jones out, honestly. Only because he has the power that you don't have. Like you ever sparred with a guy that's so strong that it doesn't matter what you hit him with, you have to get out the way after. Yeah, he's one of those guys. So
you could knock him out and you still have to back up.
Exactly. Yeah. So it doesn't really.
Yeah. No. Ngannou is an absolute animal.
Who are some of your favorite fighters?
I'm a big Adesanya guy. Usman I love.
Yes.
Just because of the fact that he actually, like the same system that we kind of have here, he like respects. And I just love the way that he's just like calm, jab.
Simple.
It's like the most simple shit.
Clean, yeah.
I like him a lot. There's some like lightweight guys that I really like. I'm not the biggest Islam Makhachev guy.
I want Charles Oliveira to beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Honestly. Some of my teammates think that Makhachev wins, but I really want Charlie Olives to win.
I think he's got it.
I think so
I think
too.
he do.
Honestly, I hope he does because, and just because of the politics, I hate sport like fight politics sometimes. And
he's Khabib's relative. He's Khabib's brother.
Yeah, why is that fight in Abu Dhabi? That bothers me the most. I understand
it should be in Brazil.
Yes, it should be in Brazil only because of the way that the last fight went as well. He was already considered not the underdog, but they were not trying to mess with him, but there was a lot of adversity that he had to go through. So I just feel like they owe something to him, and they're still trying to give him nothing.
He should still have that belt.
Yeah, I think honestly and truly, like even though Dana White said something along the lines like, "Oh, Charles is the champion, even though he doesn't have the belt," or some shit like that. I feel like no, like if you felt that strongly about it, you would have given the belt. Yeah, so
100%. No, they fucked him over hard, and I really like him a lot. One of the guys that I really like is Dominic Cruz.
Oh yeah,
what he used to be.
I could tell only because you also have some pretty funky footwork.
Yeah, I like to do like a lot of the fucking like the head movement shit. Like that really was my game essentially.
I could definitely see that because a lot of the I could definitely see that. I should have definitely. You should have said that earlier, so I could have studied some Dominic Cruz before the fight. Because I was like, I remember. I think I told you, and we were talking through the DM, and I was basically like telling you like I don't really know stylistically what the fuck to expect from you because it's like things that you do and get away with that we curse each other out for in my gym that you get away with because it's your style. So it's like
I just been working it for years.
Yeah, but exactly. That's the difference.
But it's funny though. So like to be honest, I'm a totally different fighter now, just because of the fact that one thing that I worked on this camp especially was, so in anticipation of you coming out crazy like the first fight, I was working on stance discipline and just being
paced.
Exactly, and just being like in the stance the entire time, like taking angles if you rushed in.
Yes, I saw that as well when I came in. Like I said, for instance, when I came out. I just wanted, like, first of all, you ran to the middle of the cage. So I was like, all right, I'm jabbing because he's here. So got to work my way back inside.
Yeah.
But as I saw you reacting to the jab, I was like, fuck. Like, this guy's set. Like, his base is good.
That feels good.
Yeah.
Because, that was probably the best I've ever felt on the feet. Like, usually on the feet, like, sometimes I just, even though that's
better.
Yeah.
First fight,
Even though it's my game, like, sometimes I just feel like you said, like, I was really balanced. Usually I'm really off balance. And I'm just like in our fight, dude. Like, you remember that time where like in the first round where the ref thought I was going for a takedown?
Yeah.
I was just off balance.
Yeah.
I literally I was just falling forward.
I felt that too in the first fight. I was like, this guy's like. That's why I had so much confidence in the first and the second. Because even my coach like, he's sloppy, bro. He's sloppy.
Yeah.
He said he's gonna fall right into uppercut. He's gonna like.
But I did though, dude. You hit me with a few uppercuts. In the first 30 seconds.
The first exchange.
And I was just like, all right, great. And then next thing you know, at the end of the round, like 20 seconds left, you hit me with another few. Yeah. I felt my legs start to go. That's the most helpless feeling I've ever felt in my life.
Wow. That sucks.
Yeah, I do hate to tell you, but you almost had it.
I'm about to say that sucks. I would have left a lot happier if I didn't know that. That sucks.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
But you know what, like, honestly, I think that it was probably one of the best things for your development because look at where you are now.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, shit. Hopefully I don't get another draw, but yeah. I mean, hopefully for sure I keep developing as well.
Yeah, I would definitely just keep doing what you're doing, I mean, everything felt great, man. Like everything felt strong. You felt very, 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 very disciplined in your stance.
Appreciate that.
And your length is the biggest advantage, especially in this division.
I think so.
You're like, you remind me of Jalen Turner, the Tarantula.
Yeah, I was looking at him. I haven't been able to see too many of his fights, but
yeah, well, he's 6'3", bro.
Yeah, that shit is disgusting.
It's insane,
bro.
And he's jacked.
Yeah,
out of his mind.
Nasty. Yeah.
So
I guess we have similar body types.
Yeah. Exactly, and you know what? You know how he finished his last fight? I'm pretty sure he got a rear naked choke.
No, I think he got a guillotine.
Oh, yeah. He fought Brad Riddell, right?
Yeah, early. He finished the guillotine in the first round, I believe.
That was a rough fight for Brad, man.
Yes. And I thought, City Kickboxing, because they have a good like team. I was thinking, all right, City Kickboxing clean sweep. And then I didn't know. He made that shit look so easy.
Literally, he made light work of Brad Riddell.
Yeah.
And that's not easy. Drew Dober is a fucking animal, and they had a war.
Exactly.
Like, dude, insane.
No, lightweight definitely does have a lot of. Well, it's crazy that we're also lightweight, but lightweight does have a lot of fire fights.
You're staying at lightweight probably, like, or are you gonna plan on?
I took a kickboxing fight. My first win actually was at 170. Cause I walk around like 170. Like when I'm actually training consistently, like I'm about 170, 175. So it's like not really hard to take a fight at 170. It's just once you start doing all of that cardio, it's kind of hard to put back on the weight. So I'm kind of at a disadvantage because I'm fighting dudes that's coming from like 200. But
would you ever move up? Like, do you ever like have a big size like month at all? Like where you're like 85 for like a few weeks?
Nah, not for weeks.
Really?
Only because I train. I do a lot of cardio. Like I jump rope. I'll go to like a boxing. Like I go to this boxing gym. It's called Members Only. I'll go there for like 2-3 hours. Like every time that I'm not necessarily in my home gym at Kai's, I'm working out somewhere else or at UFC gym. Like I have like 4 gym memberships, bro. So like even in between, I'm always either at the park or I'm doing something, playing basketball. I'm very active, and my metabolism is fast as fuck.
Yeah, dude, you're fucking ripped.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the one thing. Another thing too about like our first face off is that I did not expect you to be that fucking jacked, bro.
Oh, yeah. I think it's just I have a very strong core.
Yeah.
I feel like it's intimidating. So,
No, it is because I'm standing there. I'm like,
it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yeah.
6, 7, 8.
there's like 20 abs there, bro.
Right? Yeah,
Dude.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, you're definitely a strong guy for your size too. So that's a very good advantage to have.
I'm happy to hear that because everybody thinks I'm weak.
Yeah,
You hear that, people?
Yeah,
Going at home.
don't be deceived.
All right.
But yeah, man. So next fight's probably November. You thinking?
Hopefully, unless Flex has something. I mean, hope like, hey, whoever gives me the title first, that's where I'm going.
Facts.
Yeah.
Hey, well, you know what? I think that if you get another win or two in MMA, they'll probably give you the title.
I was thinking that as well. That's why I feel like maybe if I get kickboxing, like just get it over with, and then straight MMA.
Well, I mean, I know that they have another card coming up in November themselves. Flex. Yeah.
Fuck.
They have a whole like schedule. Let me see if I can find it on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
They have a whole like schedule for the year.
Really?
That they put out like a while ago.
Are they doing anything in December? Because I was thinking to do December.
Let's find out. I'm gonna have to go back in time and find it, but I don't know. They probably will, if anything.
Flex, I gotta let me know. Who do I beat the shit out of?
Who's next?
Who's next?
Slim Reaper's got to take another soul.
Low key.
Who came up with that nickname?
Shit, Kevin Durant. I seen it because I remember I used to play basketball, so
Yeah.
I saw it online from playing basketball. I forgot who. I think one of my coaches had just called me like when I was playing basketball, and I ran with that shit. Like,
Yeah, because it's a sick
from like when I was like 16, 17. Like he was like, "Okay, Slim Reaper, okay, Slim." Slim, I'm writing that one down.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because like even all my teammates were like, "Oh, that's pretty fire."
Yeah, it's pretty.
Oh, all right, so here we go. So the next event is September 17th, another one on October 14th, November 18th, and then December is to be determined. I'll send it to you.
Shit, hopefully it's late. If it's late December, that'll be nice. Thank you, bro.
No problem. But yeah, because you know what? You get all the shit out of the way. You know, Thanksgiving is whatever. And then you fucking have Christmas and shit just to chill.
Yeah.
You celebrate Christmas?
Yes.
What is your background, by the way?
Holiday.
I know that you said that your family's from Suriname.
Yeah. I'd say I have a mostly Christian family. Other than that, like as far as like background, like growing up.
Are you like first generation?
Yeah, first generation out here.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I actually like half of my siblings. I have a brother that's in Amsterdam, my youngest brother, and then some of my other siblings are in Suriname. So yeah, I have a sister in Trinidad. We're scattered, bro.
Yeah. So, like, who do you have here?
I have well, I actually have a twin sister, but she lives in Memphis right now, and then I have a brother, older brother, like 5 years. He lives in Pennsylvania. And then 3 little sisters at my dad's house. So they live in Queens, South Jamaica. And then, yeah.
You got a big family, man.
Yeah, bro. It's
That's
a lot
fucking
of us.
sick.
We're everywhere. At a point we're all together, but now we're all scattered.
Yeah. So, like, you don't have your parents here or anything? They're all gone?
Oh, no. My parents are here. My sisters live with my dad. I used to live with my father when I was up until like 17.
Okay.
And then I moved with my mother like 17. So now it's just me and my mom in that house.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. I was going to say, dude, because like, if you guys are scattered like that, then...
Yeah.
And your youngest brother's in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
How old is he?
I believe he's 9.
Holy
maybe
shit.
turning 10, but he's big as hell, bro. That's why I believe he's 9, but he looks fucking like he's big as hell. I don't know what they're feeding the younger generation, but
You ever seen The Benchwarmers?
what's that?
I am
Movie?
12. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. I have seen it. Yeah, that's how it usually is, especially when you are playing basketball. That's how it was back in the day.
Oh, yeah. You
Big
get
ass
like the
kids.
older kids coming in.
Yeah, bro. Well, the reality of the situation is like sometimes there used to be 15-year-olds playing 12 and under and shit.
Yeah,
bro.
of course. What happened to ball, man? You don't play like that? You just play like for fun?
I barely even play for fun now. It's you know what it is. It's politics. Like I hate politics. Like in sports and basketball, once you get to a higher level, there are a lot of politics because it's a team sport as well. So I remember my first year of college, it basically didn't go how I planned it to go. And I thought I had it all figured out because I had went to basically the worst school out of all of my my interests and my offers. Because I'm like, well, if I go to the worst school, I should do the best.
Yep.
Right? And then you would think that, and then you get to the worst school and you find out, oh, they don't even give a fuck about sports. Like there's just politics and there's dynamic of everything. So just that, and then putting it into perspective, like because I wanted to play pro basketball. Like that was I was set on it. And at about 19, I lost like a close friend and whatnot, and it just put it into perspective for me at the end of the year as well. Like, what if I was overseas right now, and I couldn't even go back to the funeral? Like, what if I was like just shit like that? Like, what if like I had to work, and this was my job, my career, and I was across the country, and there was things going on with my actual family, and like I was like, damn, like, I don't think I want that for me, especially for like.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen in my first few years of life. Like even if G League, like. Because basketball, people don't realize, like, sports in general, but especially basketball, they don't realize how much time it takes, like, how much social life you won't have just from sports. Like, I know you can attest to that, too, just from this. Like, if you guys didn't have this environment, it would be hard just to be social because if you don't make it your life, it's hard to do both. So, yeah.
That's another thing that's really good about this sport is that, like, it's kind of a team sport in a way where, like, you got, like, the boys around and you all help each other train. But at the end of the day, it's like your journey as a fighter.
The less political because you're the one that has the final say.
Exactly. Yeah. So like, you know, like there's not all that tension of like, yo, why didn't you fucking pass me the ball during? And then like, you know, you guys can actually get together and hang out and be a cohesive unit. Yep. I feel like certain teams, like you said, there's you put it perfectly. There's the politics and you can't have the same relationships with your teammates as you can here.
That's true. Like even especially in fight sports, I love like how. It's basically, like I said earlier, martial arts is all about developing yourself. So it's still developing yourself, but now as opposed to like basketball where sometimes your teammates will try to bring you down because they want the burn, they want the shine, they want to get 40 points and shit like that. But in this sport, it's an individual, but we're pushing each other to see our best selves. So now you have brothers that are pushing you because they want to see you do just as good as you want to.
Exactly.
Some of my friends want to see me do better than them. And and it's funny, like for instance, the dynamic of my gym is like, I feel like I always think in my head, like, I just want to be better than these guys so bad. Like, please, like, I just, in my head, like, because like I said, I'm a perfectionist. I just want to eclipse everybody. But in the same breath, it's like they want to see me get to my goal, but nobody wants me to be better than them. So it just helps, like, if we feed off of each other a lot because it just helps, like, when you have that strong brotherhood.
Exactly. And another good thing is, like, the fact that in basketball, there's no getting hit in the face, and if you do, it's like a foul. Yeah. Here, it's our job to hit each other in the face. So it's like super fucking humbling.
Yeah. I was thinking too, though, as well. Like for instance, but this is also in very similar fashion to basketball. How you like, because I feel like as an opponent, you helped me level up too. Like just knowing I had a draw against you previously, and it's different when like even if it was a loss, I feel like it would have been different because the draw is like. It could have went either way.
Yeah.
Like, you get that feeling, like, because I remember we were both saying, like, well, I feel like I won. Well, I feel like I won.
Yeah.
Because you get that feeling, it's like, damn, well. Because I started thinking about it, too. I talked about it with my coach, and he was like, well, yeah, I could see the draw because he could have won here and this and that, this and that. And I've watched our fights so many times.
Same.
And then I'm thinking in my head, like, damn, I could have won. And then I think in my head, like, damn, yeah, what if this overhand would have landed a little more flush? What if we would have followed it? So it was just all of that build up. And then knowing you as a person, knowing that you're going to work, you're going to bring it. You have, like, you're fucking Long Island MMA. Like, you know, you guys come, you bring it. You have the champion in the division now. Like you know, you guys are set. So it's like, I don't know. I know I have to be my best self at the very least. So that's definitely.
And you keep working towards it, man. I see you working towards it. And, you know, like, one thing that I did during this camp was, like, you know, how we were talking in the DMs and shit, and you said that you were training for world champion me.
Yep.
I printed that clip and I posted it on my wall. I have like 20 copies pasted on my wall.
That's beautiful, bro.
And
I was, though, honestly. I still, to this day, I still believe, like, I was. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, like, even though the fight was short, I feel like you were in the best shape of your life.
I was.
I could tell, just from the confidence of, like, before the fight, I told my coaches as well, I was like, this guy's fucking confident. I don't know what was in his rehydration yesterday, but I could see the confidence in, like, his step. But I'm just trying not to make that throw me off of my game.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we both have to be confident. I tell everybody, like, for instance, you're like this picture, the poster, we had the middle fingers up. Everybody was, oh, this guy's arrogant. You gotta knock him out, bro. He's cocky. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck do you want him to do? Get on his knees and kiss my hand and shit.
Literally.
Like, bro, we're in a fight sport, bro. He's supposed to be tough. It's not, yeah.
It's so funny because all my teammates think, like, I'm too nice to you, bro. But they just don't understand the
possible.
dynamic.
No, it's true. I mean, I get it too, because my teammates feel the same way. Like, they're like, what the fuck, podcast? But,
Nah, dude. And it's funny because I remember being backstage like right before our fight, and I saw you sitting down. I just felt, I don't know, I felt like it was just a good idea to go over and be like, yo, let's go fucking put on a show.
yeah.
So I went over, I dapped you up and whatever, and I go back. My coach was like, dude, what the fuck you doing? You're about to fight him. Get the fuck ready right now.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, all right, well, tell me something good then. And they gave me like a whole motivational speech like, hey, you better fucking go out there. This is your last fight.
This is your last. You look at me in the eyes.
Dude,
we fight fire. We're firemen.
literally. And I got a good motivational speech, but hey, you know what? Like, what happened, and it is what it is.
It's funny you said that. Actually, I got the opposite. Like, because we were warming up the whole time, and I feel like this camp was so intense that like after the warm up, like even my coaches said it after the fight, like everybody, my team, we all just had like a moment to like depress a little bit and just relieve, because we were so like, it was such a build up that before the fight we weren't even saying anything to each other at a point. It was like, how you feeling? Like my coach was like, how you feeling? Gucci, bro. All right.
Yeah.
Like, it was like one of those, like, he was like, all right, you ready, Day? I'm good, bro. Like, you're like, all right, yeah, all right. Like,
but that's another thing too, like you know, like, and like another reason like why I feel like choosing a career in fighting is probably a bad idea for me is like when I'm backstage, you know, like I hate like the intensity and shit. Like I like to I like to like, go joking around and just like fuck around with people and shit.
I feel like that's where, like, that was the best part. It wasn't like I was serious, so to say, but it wasn't like a uncomfortable seriousness. It was like a regular day seriousness.
I feel.
But I was trying my best not to like feel like I was overlooking, like underestimating you. But I also didn't want to overestimate, so I just wanted to be like relaxed, like just chill. Like I'm pretty sure we weren't even talking about the fight, like going out there before, like because we had discussed everything, we went over everything, so it was just like watching that last fight and just waiting. Like, we're just chilling, just joking around and shit. But it really wasn't any like, I didn't get no motivational speech, you know, no shit like that. Like,
yeah.
they were just all right. Like I think I walked out. They have it in the video, actually, one of my coaches. I walked out, and then they said some shit like, let's go, Day. Like, huh? Let's go. I just turned around, just went on the stage. Like, wasn't even like
just ready to go.
Yeah.
No, you were definitely primed, man. I remember looking across the cage, and like in the first fight, I just remember like just this. But this time, I like just staring like dead eyes, like just ready to fucking kill.
Yeah, I was looking at everything. Like, I was just trying to be as aware as possible. Feeling the ring, feeling the stickers, looking at the ring. I feel like that always locks me in, looking at the ring girls. Shout out the ring girls. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Looking at the ring girls definitely always locks me in.
They are.
Yeah, I made eye contact with one of them. I was like on the way out, like I remember I was on my knee, because we always start on one knee. And you were on one knee as well.
I just had to.
I was thinking to myself, I was like, motherfucker, don't make me stand now. But I was like, all right, fuck it. So I was just on one knee, and I saw the ring girl pass. All right, we're locked in. Like, all right, It's time to fight now.
No, I gotta say though, like especially this time, like when the door closed and it was finally time to go, it was just like that was like the most blissful feeling I've ever gotten in my life.
What I was thinking the same thing. Like literally, I think that's what it is. As the ring girl, like the ring girl walks out and they're done waving and smiling. It's like, all right, all the no offense, all the cornies is done. Everybody out, like now it's just me and you. Like you hear that cage lock. Fighter, you ready? Fighter, you ready? And then it's also because we don't get that long. Blue corner, like I read you guys, like we don't get that long ass in UFC introduction either. Like they don't tell us like, oh yeah, touch gloves with you. Like no,
it's just time to go.
It's time. Like, fighter, you ready? Fighter, you ready? Go. Yeah. So just that dynamic. That's why I tried to put myself like in that place as much as possible before the fight started, because once that bell rings, you never know. And I was, you know what I was thinking? Honestly, I was thinking you wanted to get me back for the first fight. I was like, either he's gonna come out paced because I came out hard last fight, or he's gonna come out hard because he wants his lick back. So
no, that's one of the things that that I love about this gym is that it's never about getting the lick back. You know what I mean? Like it's always like go out there and do your best, and also just like establish something and just like fight smart. It's all about getting the win at the end of the day. It's not about it's not about having the most entertaining fight every single time. Like sometimes you just have to get out there and grind out a W.
I remember your first fight actually. Like, not that your coaches, not to say like your coaches scared me, but I remember just because I'm very good at reading body language. So I remember in my corner from the second to the, I think the first to the second and second to the third, I was just looking at your coach's body language, and it's like there's two of them in particular. I don't know their names, but
The two black guys or the short like brown guy?
there's the guy with the flip hat.
Christian Doughton.
Yeah, and then he looks Indian.
Ashika Jim.
Yes, and I could just see the reads. Like I could see, but like you can tell what somebody's saying without necessarily knowing by just their body language and what they're. And I could see the reads that he's making based on me. Like some of the times that I'll hear like just little slight shit, he'll say like, "Oh, he's circling this way," and I'm like, "Fuck, like these guys are picking shit up." Like, damn, dude, so yeah.
That between the second and third round, that was one of the craziest feelings I've ever felt. Because like I had felt like I won that second round so clearly, and I was just like, wow, I really can do this.
I saw the confidence. That's you know what it was, because the first in between the first and the second round, I saw you guys arguing.
Oh, we were
freaking
out.
Coach. My coach pointed, I believe, to like at a point too, like, look, they're over there.
It's clipped.
Like,
it's clipped.
Like they're over there. They're arguing this shit. So for me, I like I said, I was stoked, and then I came out, and I lost that second round in my opinion. So it was like even back and forth, but it's just the fact that you came back from that first round and did that, and were able to land whatever like 9 overhands in a row. Like I had to give you that one. So I was like, damn, like,
nah, man. But you know what? It takes two to dance, and regardless of what happened, I wouldn't have wanted to do it with anyone else, man. And I appreciate you taking that fight, and I'm glad that.
Glad it happened.
I'm glad that it happened, regardless of result, and I'm also glad that I could help you improve in any way.
I appreciate you know what I mean? Bro. Likewise, I'm very happy. I'm glad that this series happened. I was like, this is. I don't know how far. Hopefully, I can take this game as far as I'll go as far as it'll take me. But
deadass.
Like I feel as though this was like a great, like my beginning of my MMA career was great only because, like I said, I had my first loss, then I had a draw, then I had my first win. Now I have my first finish, and then it's just the feeling of everything, like just learning the feelings of everything. And then I also had my first not trilogy, but like, what do you call it?
Like rematch.
Rematch, I guess. Yeah, it's not really a fancy word for it, but yeah, like I had my first rematch, so now I know the feeling of a lot of things. So I'm just getting acquainted with the game and starting to feel a lot better.
Yeah, it is funny, like, as you do more fights, like, you understand it.
You understand, yeah, like, why this happens. Oh, they're doing... Because people watch MMA and, like, boxing all the time. Oh, they're fighting again? Oh, they're the third time? Like, they never understand.
Like, shut your mouth. Right? You don't know nothing about this.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, man. But I got to ask, before we finish off, like, what was the satisfaction of finally finishing off our little, like, rivalry, quote-unquote?
Oof.
Was it like sweeter than like just a regular win? Was it like
honestly, truly, it felt weird as hell. Like even the day, like the time after when I was just on the block, you know, drinking with my friends and shit like that. Like we just outside. It doesn't really feel like we did anything today, does it? Like it doesn't. It was that, and it's also the feeling of like. I guess because there was, like I said, so much hype leading up to the fight, and then after the fight, like,
fizzled.
So it was like, and then seeing you afterwards, like because it's like we never had any beef. I think that's what it was. It was more of a relaxing feeling than anything. It wasn't necessarily like woo, like let's party. I didn't even want to do anything. I just wanted to go back to the neighborhood, just sit down. Like literally, I was just on the block, bro, with my friends, like 2 or 3 of my close friends that I grew up with. We were just sitting there, just talking, chopping it up. We weren't even talking about the fight for the most part, but I feel like mentally, I was locked in for such a point. Like from the moment that you messaged me and said, "Hey, bro," it was like, "Hey, you want to do an MMA?" This and that. From like I was locked in from then. So it just, I think the satisfaction was, one, I don't gotta act like I hate you half of the time.
Yeah.
Cause it's like, you know, we don't really have beef, and it's like. You just really want to get it over with. So it's that. Like, we could finally be cool and shit like that. I could do shit like this, you know, even though your teammates probably want to fuck me up. Nah. I could do shit like this and shit, but, like, I think it's that. Like, just the feeling of, like, all right, like, now we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like win, lose, draw would have felt the same way, though. Like, just Do you feel the same way?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do. Like, I don't feel like it would have been like this insane satisfaction, you know? I feel like
with a win, I just feel like the score is settled. Feels good.
I think what it would have been for me is more like the fact that I've ended my career with the win.
Yes.
Like that's the only thing that really eats at me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because it feels good that like someone who's actually like really good beat me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I wouldn't want some fucking loser to beat me. You know what I mean? Like I've had 2 fighters fight me.
Yeah.
And both of them were really fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
And I lost to both of them now. So it's like, how am I supposed to be tight at that? I'm not even pursuing this as a career.
Yeah. I was kind of thinking that in my own head as well. Like, I didn't want to get too excited because, no offense, it's like me, honestly and truly, like I said, I want to take this fight game as far as it'll take me. I genuinely want to be able, like, my goal, when people ask me what my goal is in the fight, like, community, like, I just want to be able to go anywhere and say I'm the best.
Yeah.
Anywhere. On all levels, pound for pound. I'm better than you, your coach, everybody. Like, that's just really what I'm working for. So, no offense to you, but, like, for you to say, like I remember our first fight, it pissed me off completely because you were saying, like, this might be your only fight and how you felt, or just how you felt, like, about fighting in general. This was on your bucket list. I was like, if I don't whoop this guy's ass, if I don't fuck him up, bro, what, like, because we're training for different things, but that's why the first fight also showed me, because I feel like I also overlooked you. Once you said some shit like, oh, like, for, like, on your bucket list, I kind of didn't. I was like, oh, then he's not training serious and shit like that. But in the same breath, it just shows you drive is drive. Like, no matter the level, no matter what it is. Like, so I also had it in my head, like, I can't have this guy fucking retire on me with the one W, like, on me, like, just, like, say I do, like, God willing, get to the UFC or, like, high level fight, anything, like, and then he's, I'm the guy that beat him, me, and then retired. Yes, I couldn't have that. I would have broken me.
no, and that's one thing that, like, you know, like, I don't want to say I was worried about it, because at the end of the day, it's a fight. We have to fucking scrap, and obviously I want to win, and I was confident I was going to, but I really do feel like I would have felt bad beating you. Just because, like, it's like that's kind of fucked up. Like, I'm not doing this as a career, and it just would have been kind of like it would have been kind of like wrong.
Yeah, no, there's always that. I feel like a lot of people don't get that aspect either. Like, there's always that, like, you, for instance, right? Like, a lot of people might see from outside looking in, like, think that we have beef or something along those lines. Like, I'm talking shit, I'm saying I'm gonna whoop your ass, your friend's saying I'm gonna knock you out. But like I said, that's the name of the game. Like, it's you can do shit like that when you have a genuine respect for somebody.
Exactly.
Like, so it's a difference. Like, I saw you before the fight with your family and everything like that, and I'm thinking, like, fuck, like, just act like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just act like, you know, because it's like, you don't want to give anybody no permit. I always pray before my fights and shit like that. Like, I don't want my opponent to get any permanent damage or anything like that, like, shit like that. Like, because that's not what you fight for. I don't fight to, like, kill nobody or no shit like that. Like, I just want my win. At the end of the day, I want to, like, do what I have to do, but it's not about hurting anybody permanently or no shit like that. So, yeah.
No, I agree 100%.
That's why I was kind of happy the way it happened, too.
Yeah.
Because you didn't take much damage. I didn't take much damage. It was fast. We got to go home. At the end of the day, like, however we felt about it, it is what it is, but everybody made it out. Like, and that's what I cared about. Like, I was just happy that was like we're both good.
Like, yep.
I was like, yeah, we're both good. Like,
and you know what? And now a whole, like, we could actually be friends now. Like, there's not this, like, this fucking tension of having another fight, because there was always that, in my opinion. There was always that.
Yeah.
Because, like, I feel like we always knew we were gonna fucking run it back, like, low key.
Eventually. Just the strong dap, seeing each other. You give them an extra hard pat on the back.
And that's another thing too that was funny, is that when we were at the Queen's card.
Oh yeah.
So
that was the funniest shit ever. Yeah, I forgot.
Let me lay this out for the audience. I'm in the bathroom, and it's like the only bathroom in the place. And I'm texting this guy. I'm like, yo, like, I know you're here. Yo, let's say what's up. Next thing I know, I open the bathroom door. It's a one fucking stall bathroom. It's this guy right in front of me.
My boy. It was hilarious because I wasn't expecting you to come out the bathroom.
Yeah.
But the way you came out the bathroom and walked straight up to me, it was like, shit. Oh. Okay. Okay.
All right. What's up, man?
Yeah, it was like, oh, yeah, I was waiting for you. Yeah. It was all part of the plan.
Oh, good.
I was also going to say before we stop.
Sure.
I was actually very happy. You know, that thumbs up shit, bro, I did not know if you were going to tap or not. And I put it in my head. I was like, damn, I might have to put him to sleep. Like, I literally started.
I'll tell you in a second.
I was thinking that in my head. I was like, fuck, like, cause I saw you put the thumb up, and I was like, well, you know, these kind of have the hometown advantage. If that thumb is up for a while, they're not gonna call shit. So I'm thinking in my head like, I gotta finish this now. Like shit, I gotta tighten up. Like, so I'm glad that you tapped because I was thinking in my head like, damn, I don't want to like feel me choke this guy out and shit. Yeah. Fleet in the air and shit. Like I don't want that.
Well, I was actually gonna go out. So for the first I think the first 5 times before you slipped it in, it just didn't take, and so it was on my chin like here.
No, it was on the chin at first.
And I was good, and I was telling the ref that I really should have been fighting. This is where I fucked up in the fight in general, is I should have been fighting the hands, obviously, but this is my lack of experience. And actually, my head coach, Ryan LaFleur, he thought I was trying to like entertain the crowd. And I can see that
screaming at you like a motherfucker. Well, I feel like it was more so like not nerves, but I feel like you genuinely wanted the refs to not call that shit.
That's exactly what it was.
Because of how fast it happened. But I took advantage of that because I didn't, like you said, I had it on top of the chin. So I switched sides when I saw your thumb go up. Because I was like, okay, we're just going to go to that side. So then you had to address that side and then just switch back. But
no, it went in perfectly, and I was going to go out. You could see it when I'm like here. I was just like, fuck it. It's just time to go to sleep right now.
You tap pretty fast. Because I felt like, not that I felt your body going limp, but I have like a slow squeeze. So I felt my body triangle. Cause my body triangle was locked the whole time, but my body triangle was now locked in, and like it's a certain way, like to complete the choke. So as I got my chest to your back, and I felt it, and I'm like, cause you can really feel the pressure. So as I felt the pressure, I was like, he's dead ass. Like this guy's not tapping.
Yeah, no, I wasn't gonna.
And then
but at the end of the day, I wanted to go out on my shield, but what's the point?
I was thinking out in my head. I was like, this guy wants to go out on his shield. I don't get me wrong, I'm gonna do it, but it's just a fuck, like why did it have to come to this, brother?
No, literally, brother, please no.
Don't make me do this, brother.
But at the end of the day, I just said whatever. You know what? It's his night. Unfortunately, I had all this confidence going in, and sometimes this is just a lesson you have to learn: is that even though you have all the confidence in the world and you did everything that you could, it just does not pan out.
I could respect that as well. Because, I mean, in my opinion, like I said, I also feel as though there is a possibility, like, in different scenarios, you could have won that fight as well. Like, we just don't know because it didn't happen, but that's kind of what we train for. It's like worst case, best case scenario. So.
And you know what? Like, and you can't go back and change it. Exactly. Yeah. You know what?
That's why you should get in the cage again.
No, I know. Listen, you know what? Like, I'll say one thing is that it probably changed me for life for the better, because now, like, one thing during this camp is that I had really like bad sparring for some reason this camp. Like, I don't know why. I just like just about every single session was pretty shit, and I was like really losing confidence by the end of the camp. Like 2 weeks out, I was like really just like at a really like low point. But then I watched our fight back, and I was like, you know what? I'm prepared to die. And that's the mentality that I walked in the cage with, and that's why I feel like I had no nerves this time around, because I was ready. I was genuinely ready to die. I was at peace. Exactly.
Likewise, I felt the same way. I was like, I wanna, like, I didn't really care about win, lose, draw so much, because I feel like I have a problem with, like I said, I don't like losing. So sometimes that'll psych me out because I'm thinking so much about not losing. Whereas, really, like, I'll be content if I lose. Like my first loss, I wasn't angry, because I put my best foot forward. And I was saying, if you're the better man that day, I wouldn't have been mad at all. But, like, as long as I got to do what I trained, I got to put my best foot forward, and I was doing what I had to do, like, if you were just the better man that day, like, so be it. Because that just happens. That's the name of the game. But somebody has to win,
It's a fact. It is what it is, man. And like I said, it's your time now, like... And I wish you all the success and luck in your career.
I appreciate that, bro.
If you do fight any of our guys, I do have to root for them.
It's all right.
But it's all up. It's all up.
Yeah, of course, bro. I wish you all the best as well. Hopefully, we get to see you at Flex. There's so much, the possibilities are endless with you, because I'm not gonna lie as well. I used to hate, like, not just hate the camera, but like shit like this used to make me very uncomfortable. So, like, it just seemed unnecessary to me at a point. But after your first fight and, like, your announcement and shit like that, it just opened my eyes to, like, the marketing aspect and shit like that there is in this game and whatnot. Like, you have to articulate things because people
Yeah.
aren't just gonna fucking know shit and whatnot. So
But you know what? Like, and it's something that I gotta say about our first fight is that I think it was meant to be a draw because it gave you the setup to become a better fighter because this is the career that you're choosing, and then it gave me the platform to start growing my career in
that's
like
very true as well.
social media and whatever
blew
else.
the fuck up, bro.
Low key, yeah.
I
And
was looking like, God, dude, that shit was. Everybody was sending because I'm in the video. I'm in the video like give me out like I'm in the video like literally you could see my face. I was like, what? What the fuck did this guy do? I think I went to go ask my coach like, do you hear this?
Oh.
Like, did he really just say that shit?
oh nah, I had
I was
to.
like, when they send people, he send it to his house. I was like, yeah, that shit.
Yeah, dude, they came after me. Let me tell you.
They did.
Oh, not flex, but people.
People, no, I mean,
People
I
were.
could
People were.
imagine, bro.
Even, I had mostly support, but I had people like obviously like, yo, like go kill yourself type shit.
Yeah, I don't.
Whatever.
I know a lot of people like that. I can't lie. I know a lot of people like that as well. That was like, hey, this guy, what the fuck? It wasn't. He didn't even win, and he's saying all of this.
Exactly.
Shit. Bro, like that is who he is, bro. I wish that I had the confidence to like do some shit, grab the mic, and just like, did you see what happened when I got the mic, bro? It was like, Malone, hey, you guys had a good back and forth. How do you feel? Hey, I don't know, man. I was just, hey, I don't know. Try to do like I didn't even know the words to say like because that takes time. I didn't even really like realize the talent that it takes to do shit like that.
Well, thank you. I'll take that definitely as a compliment, man.
Oh, yeah, bro.
And you know, like you could do it too now. Like I feel like now that you're like you did this, and I would never know that you never liked like this kind of shit.
Yeah.
Because you know you seem very comfortable.
Well, I mean that, and it's like we're cool, so it's, like, it's easier now because this is a conversation just with cameras and shit. Like, I often forget that the cameras is here, but it's
exactly.
also,
But yeah, man, I'm telling you, you know, just think of something funny for your next post fight thing, you know, like, and just like my tactic is just think of like bullet points. Like I never have a set script. I just have bullet points that I want to address, and then I just let my mind rock, you know.
off of the bullet points. Yeah, it's like an essay.
Exactly, literally. And you know what, man? You're the king of South Jamaica Queens now, bro.
I appreciate you, man.
So.
Definitely the king of Queens, cough. So you know, I pray Flex gives me a Queens card, bro, because I'll pack that shit out so bad. But
Yeah. That'd be fire.
And you're still the Portuguese Godfather, man.
Oh yeah, no, the Portuguese
There is no
Godfather
other.
is never going away.
Yeah, he lives on. So, you know.
But yeah, man. I guess this is a good place to call it.
I guess so, yeah. That's when you close the curtain, right?
Yeah.
Did it. Thanks for having me, bro.
The end. Hey,
Right.
my
Appreciate
fucking
you,
pleasure,
brother.
man. And best of luck and all the success in the world.
Appreciate you, bro. You too. I mean, keep training. Hopefully, you know, we could do bad shit now outside of fighting, cause like you know, we don't get drunk and shit like that, you know. So,
No, we'll have a night. We'll have a night,
for sure.
and none of you will be able to see it.
Oh,
All right, that's that.
all right, people.